Good morning, villagers. How are you doing? It is July the 10th, which means it's time for another edition of PTV JuLive. As promised, every day this month, I will be going live during the month of July to present Disney history. This day in Disney history, as well as other information such as news and current events and any other interesting information that may be happening. Hello, Victorious Gaming. Thank you for being here. Two Real Geeks, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Hi, Juan. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. It's that time again this morning for another edition of JuLive. Hello, Sherry. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. When you come in, don't forget to hit that like button. That really helps the channel out. Really appreciate it. Hello, D&G Explorers. D&G, I've got a news information for you today. Actually, let's go ahead and start with that one. I got some information. I was doing a little research, and the Disney Cruise Line, yesterday it was announced by Travel and Leisure readers. Disney Cruise Line has been voted the world's best cruise line, according to their readers. Those were for any cruise ships that have 2,200 passengers or more. According to the people that run Disney Cruise Line, it is because of the staff, the crew members, the cast members. They're the ones that create the magic. So kudos to Disney Cruise Line for number one, according to Travel and Leisure readers this year, 2019. So, how is everyone doing? I hope you're all having a great month so far. I know I have. So let's go ahead and go back in history a bit. Yeah, Disney Cruise does rule. It's awesome. Let's go back in history a little, and we'll discuss a couple things that happened this day in the Disney universe. There's really not much. There are some days here in July where the bits that I can find are a little thin. So I do what I can with what I have as far as Disney history goes. For instance, in 1981, this movie premiered in US theaters. It was one of Disney's classics, the animated film The Fox and the Hound. Of course, that is Todd and Copper, a little fox and hound that don't know that they're supposed to be enemies. But you know, that's okay. Sometimes enemies realize that they're friends. I actually have a friend named Todd because of he was named after Todd in this film, The Little Fox. So there you go. In 1987, another movie was released in theaters, and some may not like this film too much. Others may like it a lot, but it turned out to be one of those polarizing films in Disney cartoons. Good morning, Ben. Thank you for being here. Disney's The Brave Little Toaster was released in theaters this day in 1987. I must say I did not see this one in the theater. I did buy the DVD, the videotape originally. But yeah, The Brave Little Toaster was released this day. There really is not that much more in the world of news. Like I told you, it's very thin today as far as news goes. 5 years ago, 2014, a little mini land opened at Disneyland Paris in the studios. And it's a little place called La Place de Remy. And of course, we all know that that is the home. Hello, Disney Nerders. Thanks for being here. La Place de Remy is the home of Ratatouille, the adventure of Remy. And of course, we all know that that is being currently built at Epcot in the France Pavilion. I know I'm looking forward to riding it. The trackless technology for that ride looks very interesting. I'm excited about it simply because Ratatouille was one of my favorite Pixar films. Doug and I saw that on June 29th, 2007, when it was released. And that's when we saw it at the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles. We also bought our first iPhones that day. So that day is pretty much very strong in my memory. And then in 2015, the Legacy Collection, Toy Story, is released as a 2-disc album on Walt Disney Records to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Toy Story. So the collection featured remasters, versions of the film's 3 songs, the complete score, demo recordings, that kind of thing. So it was a part of the Legacy Collection, and it was the 10th in the series of the Legacy collection that was released by Walt Disney Records. They put out a total of 14 of them, but I don't have that collection myself. I'm sure someone does, but not me. There was one other little piece of information in the news that I saw. I read that while the water parks at Walt Disney World usually do go down for refurbishment in the winter, apparently Blizzard Beach is going to be going down very soon, actually. In less than 2 months, according to the news release that I've read, it is on September 8th. It's going to be going down for a lengthy refurbishment where there will be not just the regular cleanup, but they're going to be doing some improvements. I'm not sure what those improvements are, but I will report those as I find out what that information is. How is everyone doing today? Do you have any questions out there on the chat stream for me? Otherwise, I go ahead and give you some more information about what's going on. Like tonight at 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 on the East Coast, This and That will be on air. That will be according, I believe it's on Brandy and Dave's channel. I bring that up specifically because Brandy and Dave will be on PTV Show and Tell tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. You're not going to want to miss this edition of Show and Tell. We had a great time a couple weeks ago when we did it. It was a lot of fun. Some great Disney memorabilia was shared with everyone. And like I've been telling people, it's not necessarily the value of the piece. It's more the sentimental value that is the important part of your Disney memorabilia. I mean, for Shep, for instance, he had a little Karate Goofy. And I'll tell you, that was the best piece of the whole night. Some people may argue that, but for me, there was so much sentimental value behind it. So it just meant a lot. So those are the kinds of things you can expect to see. Everything from a very expensive piece to, well, Karate Goofy. It may not be valuable to some people, but to Shep, it meant the world. So I think that's fantastic. Also tonight, if they keep on their schedule, D&G Explorers will be on at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. East. So D&G, if you're going to be on, go ahead, just let me know what your topic is going to be tonight, and I can go ahead and plug that for you. So let's see. We also have Life with Ben dropped yesterday. It's about fireworks, and we've been getting some very positive feedback on that. If you have not seen Life with Ben this week, make sure you go check it out. It's all about the fireworks in the city of Oakland. One of the comments refers to the fact that it sounds like it's a war zone, and Ben can attest to this. Every year in the city of Oakland on the 4th of July, fireworks are crazy, and they last all the way to the night. 3 a.m. is not uncommon in the city of Oakland. So make sure that you go check out Life with Ben on Pepper Tree Villa. And I will continue to do JuLive every day. And that's about it for JuLive. One more, just advertising one more time. D&G tonight as well. D&G Explorers at 8 p.m. Eastern. This and That, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30. Tonight, the Disney Cruise Show tonight, planning on themed cruise and themed nights, but that might change with D&G Explorers. So make sure you tune in to D&G Explorers tonight at 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 5 p.m. on the West. And for This and That on Brandy and Dave at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. And then again, tomorrow night, Pepper Tree Villa will be featuring PTV Live with PTV Show and Tell. Hey, Patrick, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. So that about wraps things up for tonight, for this morning. I've been Arnie, your PTV JuLive host. I appreciate you being here, villagers. It can't do it without you. Just love spending this time with you. Thank you so much for this morning. And as always, go out, have a great magical day, and make sure that you have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye.